In Appcircle, you can completely determine what steps that our build missions will take while doing your build, and we call these workflows. So in order to do workflows, you have to go to your build profile detail and then tap workflows. So by default, Appcircle gives you two workflows. Workflows are basically recipes that our build machines will take step by step until your build is complete. When the entire suite of scripts are completed, that means your build is done. So you can add new workflows and edit the existing ones, and you can also modify the existing ones as well. So when I go to my default push workflow, I see a list of steps that the build machines will take while building. So every workflow step here is editable, and you can go to anyone's detail by tapping it. Let's just go to Xcode Select, for instance. And in here, you can just actually modify all the environment variables that this step is going to use. You can put manual stuff on top of it. You can change whatever you like. You can determine whether this is going to be active, this is going to run through your workflows. So you can just temporarily disable these steps by using this toggle right here. And also, you can determine whether this step will run even if the previous steps fail. This could be an option as well. Or continue with the next step even if this step fails as well. So we also have workflow step versioning, and each workflow step is open source. So you can go to our GitHub account and then you see all the source code for our steps. And you can also create new steps and create a pull request to our components repo so that we can just add them in as well. So it's entirely up to you. So let's go back and then tap Edit Workflow to add new steps or modify the existing ones. So in here on the right, I see the available steps for our workflow. So we can just drag and drop whatever we'd like. Maybe we're doing all our builds using Fastlane. So you can just remove all the Xcode builds and Xcode selects and just drag Fastlane instead. Or you can just do a build for testing and then run tests afterwards by using the Xcode build for unit and UI tests. You might want to install a specific node version if you're doing something on your repo. We have Cartridge for those who use Cartridge as a dependency management tool. We have CocoaPods deintegrate for those who wants to completely clean their project from CocoaPods every time that they build, especially for release builds. Export build artifacts is the one that we actually extract the IPA file for iOS projects and then maybe send it to distribution channels or just give you the IPA file from the builds tab. We do have Slater, which actually turns Xcode's test reports into human readable HTML and CSS for you. We have CocoaPods installed. We have builds for simulators. We have build for unit and UI tests. These are actually running the unit and UI tests on your target. Uploading some files to Amazon S3 is also an option. Xcode Select. Twist is a brand new tool that lets you create Xcode project files, generate files so that you don't have any conflicts in your repo. We have npm yarn commands, AVS device farm deploying runs, install certificates and profiles if you're managing your certificates from Appcircle, which will be a separate video on code signing for iOS. Activate SSH private key. This one increments the build number by 1 by reading it from your info plist. And this is a git clone, very straightforward. And also custom scripts. So I really want to mention custom scripts here. So let me just drag a custom script. So what custom script does is it actually lets you write Ruby or Bash scripts, and it could be any kind of script you can run. And when that step happens, it will just run the script that you have. So you might have some custom setup or some API calls or whatever. You can just do it. And one nice thing to mention, every step can have their own name. So you can just modify any step with the name that you'd like. And also this help button at the top, when you tap it, it will go to the GitHub repo for that component so that you can just view the source, maybe suggest to make some changes, or you can just create a brand new repo and then create a pull request as I mentioned. So these are basically workflows. And once you're done, you just can go back and get your builds using this new workflow. Thank you for watching and see you on the next video.